Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. The smarter and more capable you are, the more likely you are to secretly believe you're a fraud. Psychologists call this impostor syndrome. And it's not insecurity. It's not low self-esteem. It's a specific mental trap where your achievements never update your self-image. You could win awards, get promoted, build something incredible, and your brain still whispers, you don't actually deserve this. Your confidence, your relationships, even how you handle success. All of it gets quietly sabotaged by this one pattern. But here's where it gets even worse. Impostor syndrome doesn't just make you doubt yourself. It rewires how you interpret reality. You stop seeing evidence. You start seeing threats. And the higher you climb, the louder the voice gets. Here's the dark part. Psychology says impostor syndrome doesn't target failures. It targets people who are actually succeeding. The more proof you have that you're capable, the harder your brain works to explain it away. Luck, timing, people being nice. Anything except your own skill. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. You've probably been living with this for years and calling it humility. It's not humility. It's a quiet, constant war with your own mind, and it explains why your life hasn't changed, even after everything you've accomplished. So let's break down the 7 dark signs that you're dealing with impostor syndrome, and why your brain keeps doing this to you. 1. The pre-built apology. You mentally rehearse explanations for your success before anyone even questions it. Picture someone who just landed a big client. Nobody asked them how, but in the shower that night, they're already rehearsing the answer. Honestly, it was mostly timing. Nobody questioned it. They just couldn't let it go unexplained. Your mind thinks it's preparing you. The reality is, it's preparing you to apologize for existing well. 2. The compliment deflector. Praise feels uncomfortable instead of good. Someone tells you, "This is the best report I've seen all year." And instead of saying thank you, you immediately say, "Oh, my coworker actually helped a lot with it," even when they barely touched it. Your brain does this to protect you from the fear of being found out later. It would rather feel small now than feel exposed later. 3. The rigged scoreboard. You attribute success to luck, timing, or other people. But you attribute failure entirely to yourself. You ace one exam and tell yourself the test was easy. You fail the next one and tell yourself you're just not smart enough. Same person, same effort, 2 completely different verdicts. Your brain isn't being fair. It's being protective. And that protection is quietly destroying your self-trust. If that hit you, good. It means you needed it. 4. The phantom exam. You over-prepare for things you're already qualified for. Think about the person who's been doing a job for 3 years, still writes out a full script before every routine call, still rehearses answers to questions nobody's ever asked. Other people walk into the room and just show up. You walk in with 3 backup plans and a knot in your stomach. Not because you're incapable, but because some part of you doesn't believe you belong there in the first place. 5. The highlight reel trap. You compare your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel and lose every time. You scroll past a colleague's LinkedIn post about their big win and instantly feel behind, forgetting you had a win just like that last month, except you never posted it because it wasn't a big deal. You know your doubts, your mistakes, your messy drafts, you don't know theirs. So your brain builds an unfair comparison where you're always the amateur and everyone else is the expert. 6. The success countdown. Success doesn't feel like relief. It feels like added pressure. Someone finally gets the promotion they've wanted for 2 years. Instead of celebrating, their first thought is, now I have to prove I deserve this every single day, forever. Most people imagine hitting a goal would calm the anxiety. For someone with impostor syndrome, it does the opposite. The win doesn't feel like safety. It feels like a countdown to being exposed. 7. And this is the one most people never admit out loud. The mutual bluff. You secretly believe everyone around you is more confident, more capable, and more real than you are. You sit in a meeting, convinced everyone else has it figured out, while you're quietly panicking inside, not realizing the person next to you is thinking the exact same thing about you. Not because it's true, but because confidence is loud and self-doubt is silent. You're comparing your internal chaos to everyone else's external performance, and that comparison is rigged from the start. Here's the truth you've been avoiding. Impostor syndrome isn't proof that you're a fraud. It's proof that you actually care about doing things well. Frauds don't lose sleep wondering if they're good enough. Only people with real standards do that. This happens because your brain evolved to focus on threats, not achievements. A compliment doesn't keep you safe. A potential failure might expose you to social rejection. And to your nervous system, rejection still feels like danger. So your mind obsesses over the 1% chance you're not enough and ignores the 99% of evidence that you are. Your mind thinks it's protecting you by staying humble, cautious, doubtful. But the reality is, it's keeping you small. It's the reason brilliant people undersell themselves in interviews. The reason talented people stay quiet in meetings. The reason capable people turn down opportunities they were already qualified for. If you want to break this cycle, start with this. Stop asking, "Do I deserve this?" And start asking, "What did I actually do to get here?" That single shift moves your brain from emotional doubt to factual evidence. Impostor syndrome thrives on feelings. It collapses under facts. Here's the mental trick that actually works. Keep a private list, just for you, of every moment someone trusted you with something important. Every project, every responsibility, every "can you handle this?" Not for anyone else to see. Just so your own brain has to face the evidence it keeps trying to ignore. Because the goal isn't to silence the doubt completely. The goal is to stop letting the doubt drive. You can feel like an imposter and still walk into the room. You can feel underqualified and still do the work anyway. That's not fraud. That's confidence still under construction. And the moment you stop waiting to feel ready before you act like you belong, is the moment the imposter syndrome loses its grip on you.